Captivators. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today is our Grow Your Biz with just video content. Not necessarily live video. We're going to talk about that. But before we jump in, let me know if you're here. Say hello, drop a little emoji, whatever you want to do. I hope that my mic doesn't die. We're going to see how that goes. I might just unplug it. All right. So we are talking about growing your biz with vids. I thought of that today and I was like, oh, I wish I used that as my title. That's so much more fun. Grow your biz with your vids. But we're going to call it what it was called. So I'm going to talk about why you should grow your biz with your vids, but also how you can do it right now, today, starting right now. Okay, not holding back, not waiting for that moment when you're ready, but just launching in there and doing it perfectly imperfect. Okay, so that's what we're going to talk about today. And if you stick around to the end, I do have something exciting I want to talk to you about, something really fun that's happening. And so hang in there. Hello, Lavon. Lavon is in the house. Okay, so first let's jump right in. Why? Okay, why is it so beneficial to use video content in your business? Now, the first point may be pretty obvious to you. I think it's the most important. It's because your audience gets to know you, okay? And I don't give a crap if you're selling soap, if you're selling shoes, right? Product or service, your audience wants to know you. So think about this example. Okay? If you think like it doesn't matter for your business. You're at a market, right? Remember those live markets, those street markets? I used to go to them all the time in New York. And maybe, I'd see a nice pair of earrings at one little stand. And I'd be like, okay, I'm going to walk around a bit and I'm going to see if I want that pair of earrings. I really, really like them though. They're beautiful. And then I walk around and I see another pair of earrings. But then this time, the vendor and I start chatting. And, we have a lot in common. Maybe she's got 2 kids too. We start talking about life and the world. And I like her earrings, but I don't like them as much as I like that first pair. But I end up buying them because I'm kind of like, now I really have a relationship. And I'm definitely like, I feel bad. Now we've talked, we've spent some time together. And not that I'm saying you should buy things because you feel bad, but that was just me at the time. And then you start to be like, you know what? I want to support this business. I want to support this person because she gets me. So if you are selling a product, that could be you, right? You might sell your product because you're freaking awesome. And there, whatever product you're selling, there's probably 100 other people selling the same kind of product. Right? There's a lot of jewelry makers, there's a lot of shoe makers, there's a lot of soap makers. So why yours? Maybe it's organic, maybe you use some special kind of ingredient in your product. But at the end of the day, if you can build connection, you are that much further ahead than your competitor. And think about the things you've bought, especially online. I go back to 2013. I paid for Marie Forleo's B School. It was the most money I had spent on my business at that point. And I didn't know what I was doing, but I watched Marie Forleo's videos. She was doing this back before all of us. And I felt like we were friends. Like I would talk to people and be like, oh, Marie, Marie would say that. Like me and Marie, we go way back. Never met her. She probably doesn't know who I am. But because she showed up so consistently and so genuinely and so authentically online, I was so willing to just throw this money at her that I didn't have because I felt like we were friends. I felt like we had a relationship. Does that make sense? Right? So, and think about it now. If most of you are service-based entrepreneurs, think of like those teachers in high school or university that would just open a textbook and be like, read the textbook and, write that essay or watch this video or, watch this presentation, as opposed to those teachers who, and this is, Lavon knows what I'm talking about, as opposed to those teachers who really inspired you because they spoke to you, because they would get up and teach without the textbook and teach because they were passionate about what they were teaching. I keep checking my mic. I know in my experience, I had teachers ignite a passion in me for a specific subject that I thought I didn't like. but the way they taught it made me like them. Seriously, my grade 9 science teacher, I was like, I hate science. Grade 10, loved science because my teacher never opened the textbook. He spoke from the heart. He was a scientist. Like, he really ignited that passion in me for it. So think of yourself as a very, very, very important piece of your business. And yes, you don't have to do video, right? You can write amazing copy. You can send great newsletters. You can take beautiful photos. But this is going to just take you to that next level, right? So you can stay where your competitors are, or you can show them a bit of you, and that's going to set you apart. It doesn't mean everyone's going to love you. Just like in real life, not everybody loves you, not everybody hates you, but there will be people who will resonate with you because of you, regardless of how great your program or your product or your service is. Now, the second reason why you should use video content is straight up, it's good algorithms, right? I'm not the person to talk to you about algorithms, but I just know from being in the industry and talking to people who do know that, yeah, if you make reels, if you make videos and people like them, IG likes that, they're going to show it more. That's for IG. Facebook, I'm pretty sure, is similar. Please, if you know any differently, put it in the comments if you want to, school me on this. But algorithmically, is that a word? Video content will be more readily shared, right? Especially if you're doing like YouTube or something. And then here's my other favorite reason why you should be using video content in your business is because it's sustainable over time. And by that I mean you can repurpose it in so many different ways. So say you have a course or a program and you have like this signature program, say it's like 12 steps or something, right? You can take one of those steps and do a workshop on it to promote it. But now you've created a video piece for your workshop, but also for your course. See how you've done it for both, right? It's rinse and repeat. You could also take a long video, say on YouTube or IGTV, and you can take clips of that. You could even do a long video on YouTube and then take clips and post those tiny little pieces on Instagram, because Instagram does let you do 1 minute, shorter videos or longer IG videos. You can even take pieces of that and turn it into a reel. You could take a little piece and send it out in a newsletter or post it somewhere else. And yes, you can do this with other types of content, right? You can write a long form blog and then take pieces of your blog and write little quote cards. Totally your style. You're allowed to do you. It's your business. But if you're in this training, you want to know about video content. And so it's a little less daunting, I think, when you see that you can make one really great video that's maybe 5 or 10 minutes, and you can recycle that video over in all of your platforms. So it may feel like more work at first, but then if you have a strategic plan, you can get a lot of use out of that work. Okay? Let me know if this is making sense, you guys. I will review those whys. We're talking about the whys and we're going to move into the how. So why you should use video content to grow your business. Number one is that your audience gets to know you better than they do any other way. Number two, it's great for your algorithms. So more people sharing it, more people seeing it, more people start following you, more people turn into customers. See how that works? And number three is it's sustainable. It's an easy way to repurpose content, even in your programs that you're creating and your courses, if that's something that you want to do, right? All right. So now that you know why I love video content so much, let's talk about how. How can the regular Jill, who's like, well, I'm not a performer and I'm not a public speaker and I'm not. How can you just jump right in? Well, let's talk about the 3 V's. My favorite V's. Vision, videos, and visibility. These are the 3 V's that I go through in my 30-day program, Lights, Camera, Shine, which starts September 6th, if you haven't heard about it. we go through these 3 things and we go a little deeper. So I'm going to review them. So vision first. Why create any piece of content if you don't know what your big vision is? If you don't know your why? Ding, ding. So simple, right? Let's pretend your big vision for your business, just for argument's sake, is that you want to have a 12-month membership program. You have the big vision, right? Then you start to break it down. Maybe every month you have a different topic, okay? Then from that topic, you want to break it down even further. Maybe every week you're teaching something from that topic. And then you want to break it down. So now everything that you are marketing with your video content to get people into that business is going to relate to a piece of your program. Right? So this is having your vision very clear. So everything is purposeful. And when you know exactly what you're doing, it becomes a lot easier. I'm telling you, rather than every day being like, what am I going to talk about? So have the vision of why you want to do this. Now, if your vision is that you want to speak on stages, how is anybody going to ever hire you if they never see any video, especially in 2021 where half the stuff is still closed? They're going to be like, well, do you have a video so that I know that you can speak? Right? Same with a workshop. If you want to be luring people into your retreat and your workshops, right? A lot of people I know, they're like, I don't want to do video. I just want to do live things. I get ya. Girl, I'm an actor. I don't want to do film. I just want to be on stage. That's where I feel more comfortable. However, right now I have to make self-tapes and send them in. Right now, you have to be on video. Okay, you don't have to. You don't have to do anything. I retract. But even if your goal is something not digital, right? If it's not an online program or an online course, you showing up is the pathway there, right? So have your vision clear, clarity around your vision. And again, in my 30-day program, I give you a whole roadmap on how we can get really clear on that vision, so that everything we post in video content, everything we talk about will help get you there. Reverse engineer your big vision. Then we're going to talk about videos. Now, when I talk about videos, I don't just mean like a super polished, branded with like music and outtakes and, text and, everything production-wise perfect. That is possible. But when I'm saying video content, I'm running the gamut from super duper polished, perfect to like what you would put in your course to chatting in your stories off the cuff, right? Chatting in your stories on Instagram, maybe doing a reel where you're just saying a couple things. Then you up it to like a live IG, and then you up it to like a group where you're doing trainings, right? So there is a gamut of different video content. Now, here is what I think. Just my own opinion. Live video is actually way easier, way less time consuming than recorded videos. Hear me out, because I know some of you said, I'm great at recorded videos, but I get freaked out for lives. Because lives, people, they're interactive, that people are there, and I get that. But when you record something, even a reel, how many times do you go back and edit it and change it and redo it and say, you could have spent an hour and then you're like, I don't like it. So just show up. Start talking to your best friend on the camera. Imagine that she's there and she's like, yeah, you got this. You got this. You're going, and just talk, right? So start with your stories, because your stories actually, they should be imperfect, right? If you use IG, because I know many of you use different platforms, but if you use IG, trust me, I resisted talking to my stories for so long. I was like, I don't want to be that person that's just like talking to me all the time. But now stories have captions. So some people who don't want to listen to your voice are just going to read it. but they get to see your style. They get to see your personality. It could just be like, I do them in my robe sometimes because at night, that's the only time I get it. And people love that because they're like, oh, that's you. That's you in your house. It's weird, but we like to see real people. And I think this is the biggest problem that I've had and that I've seen with my clients is that we as entrepreneurs, creative, heart-centered entrepreneurs, which I know all of you are, maybe you're not entrepreneurs, but you're definitely creative and heart-centered, is that you have a desire for things to be amazing. You want your videos to be perfect. You want to say everything eloquently and concisely, and those are great goals to have. But you will get there by showing up imperfectly, right? Marie Forleo, going back to my girl Marie, she has shown, if you go back and look at her videos from 2002, girl, they are so whatever, right? They're like me right now. Like, I'm not high tech. And that's how hers were. They were very not high tech. We're just her talking. And as your business grows, because you're using videos to grow your business, as you start to build more clients, right? Then you can invest in that. And then you can hire someone to make your videos super branded. Or if you like doing that editing, go for it. But all I'm saying is it doesn't have to be as challenging as you think. If you have your vision, and then just do what is easy right now. Make a plan, make it consistent, and really get to know, where is my audience hanging out? Usually it's where you like to. Usually there's a congruency, right? So if your audience is on LinkedIn, maybe you should be showing up there more. Maybe your audience is surfing the net for answers, so you should be on YouTube because it's a search engine. And I have a training about how to grow your business with YouTube in the group, in the guide section, with the amazing Golce Onganger, who is my YouTube teacher. So if YouTube is where you want to hang out, where you think your clients hang out, then go check out that training. Let me see here. Guilty. I don't know what that was referring to, Lavon. I love it. And Lori says she's better at live videos than recorded. Yeah, same. Recorded feels like it has to be like, hello, I am recording a video now. And, and it has to be like scripted and perfect. And when I started doing this online shiz, I was like that. It was the performer in me, the creative in me that was like, I'm going to get it perfect. I'm going to re-record it. I have to have perfect lighting and perfect sound and, perfect space. And now I just come on here as I am and I mess up all the time. I have tech issues all the time, but I feel like I'm more myself. And I know that, when I do have courses and programs, I do want to make it a little bit nicer, right? But when it's just me connecting with all of you, I want you to know that I'm not perfect, because I want you to see that we don't connect with perfect. We connect with people who are real people. Yeah. You're better on the spot too. Yep. Guilty of recordings, eating dirt after spending way too much time. Yep. I feel ya. And, I'm all about learning from our, watching ourselves and learning and seeing where we can grow. Absolutely, that is beneficial. But sometimes we can really spiral down this rabbit hole of perfectionism and self-loathing and super critical about ourselves. So I don't know that it's always so helpful, especially when you're just starting out. If you just want to make that first move and just start doing it, don't go back and watch everything. Wait until you've built some confidence and then go back and be objective. If you can objectively look at yourself and be like, oh yeah, maybe I should try this, or wow, I learned that I say so a lot more. When I heard myself on a podcast, I'm like, wow, I say so a lot. I had no idea. I'm going to work on that. It didn't mean I was a failure anymore, because I had built up that confidence enough to be like, this doesn't mean I'm a failure. It means I have room to grow. Finally, the third V is visibility. And that goes in with having a plan, right? Where's your audience? Where do you like them? So have the vision, keep the videos simple and easy for whatever you want. It doesn't have to be grand. And make a plan and be consistent. Right? All of you know by now that I show up on Thursdays at 12 p.m. Today's a Friday at 2. But for the most part, unless it's summer and I'm on vacation, I try to show up every week and do something for you. Have a guest come in, do some coaching, do a live training, so that we build this relationship. All right, so if you want to dive deeper into those 3 V's, and you want to be able to ask me all the questions, and you want to have me for 30 days on Voxer, so that when you're unsure of anything, you can contact me and I can guide you through it. Then the Lights, Camera, Shine program starts September 6th. This is a 30-day program to launch your video's vision and visibility. It's $555 still right now, and that price will be going up at the end of the month. Okay? Now, before you go, don't forget, if you are ready to be like, you know what? I'm just going to jump in. I'm going to start doing live videos. Or I'm going to be more consistent. Or I want some new ideas on what to talk about. Then the 7-day challenge starts next week, August 26th, Thursday. Okay, so for 7 days, you will get prompts to your phone, text message prompts. So you don't have to like go on Facebook and like search for the prompt. It'll just come straight to your phone, and it'll be a very short text from me saying, go live, saying blah, 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 right? It is transferable to your niche. Okay, I'm not going to be like, talk about how you love coaching people. And you're like, I'm not a coach. So it will be transferable. It will be adaptable. You may have to be creative and see, you know, how does that apply to me? But I ran this challenge back in March, and the energy was so palpable. Everybody was so excited. We were all sharing each other's videos, right? And using the hashtag, and it was just really fun. And then we connected at the beginning of the challenge and at the end of the challenge to just talk about our growth, talk about the challenges that came up. And this is totally free. It's just a way for you to get that consistency, get that momentum. You're going to get a training from me on the first day where I'm going to give you some tips. And then on the last day, we have a little closing party, and I give away some scholarships. So if you are interested in the 30-day program, I will be giving away a $111 scholarship for that and another prize or 2. I haven't decided yet. So it's just a fun thing for you to do, totally free, a way to launch your video vision and visibility and start shining on camera. And yeah, we get to build a little relationship together. We get to hang out every single day. And I'm going to share your stuff. You're going to share other people's stuff. We're all going to, a lot of people I know in this community have already did it with me in March. And now you guys are friends and you're like doing lives together. So it's just a cool way to network. Think of it as like a 7-day networking event that we are doing virtually in a very private container. And you can also, I should mention, once you sign up, you will be asked to join a private Facebook group. So I will put the prompts there as well. And then you can also do your lives in that group. So in the safety of the group, you don't have to do your lives on a specific platform or at a specific time, right? It's just for you to get some ideas and get that community to get you going, get that momentum. All right, what do we have here? Let me see. I say so a lot. Yeah, so is a tricky one. It's a funny one. My quick spots from the car are actually more to the point. Just learning from you is a prize itself. Aw, you're so sweet. Yeah, I know. Sometimes you're driving in the car and like this thing comes up and you're like, I gotta pull over. I'm having some loose. Okay, Lori will get this because she's my dance friend. I even gelled it today so that the wispies, because that's my dancer self, I'm like, I can't have any wispies. And now they're coming back. So join the challenge. It's going to be so much fun. And that's all. That's all I have to say. If you have any questions about what I've talked about, if you are still unclear about how to do this easily, technology really has made it quite simple for us to be able to express ourselves, to show our expertise, to share our stories, and your audience wants that. It's not selfish. It may be awkward and uncomfortable because we're not used to being so vulnerable. We're not used to having permission to speak some of us more than others. So I get it. This is hard. And that's why if you need support, I am here. And I want to see you shine so badly. I love seeing all of you come out and do a video when maybe it was your first time, or, or just start to get more comfortable. So join the challenge. I'll post the link down below. If you want more details on the program that starts September 6th, then just write program in the comments. Okay? All right. All right, friends. Mwah. Thank you so much for being here, and have yourselves a lovely, lovely weekend.